Dramatic pause.
I didn't have them high enough, but I was playing the piano that time. I tried to get my piano hands up there.
Not doing the mess around like John Candy and automobiles
across the dashboard. No, my approach was more like Don Cherry piano desk, which I still have to send you those videos. I forgot that I mentioned that's hilarious.
You can always do the Stevie Wonder.
Oh man! All right. I want it on record for those watching. I did not do that. Remember who did.
Not canceled. Anyway, welcome to the Saturday brunch edition of No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We are proudly presented by Belly Up Sports. My name is Ryan McCarthy. I'm one of your hosts. To my right is a man who was snubbed for the Home Run Derby once again. Dustin.
I was.
Dustin,
I was. I don't get it. My swing. I have left-handed power. My swing is not as sweet as Griffey's, but I do have left-handed power, and I don't understand. I could get it. I can hit some long bombs. Only if we're talking wiffle ball. All right.
Hey man, but, like the commercial back in the day, chicks dig the long ball.
Yes, that is true. And but I'm very excited to be here with you, and also excited to watch the Derby with you.
Yeah.
At Mikasa on Monday. I'm excited about this list of participants. I think it's going to be fun.
So am I. But we're going to get to that in just a second. We're going to bring in our special guest in just a moment. Thank you to everyone watching on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. This will be on the Belly Up Sports YouTube channel at 2:15 this afternoon. We're also on the Belly Up Twitter /X. I still call it Twitter. I don't care what anybody says, but we're
always Twitter.
Yes, always Twitter, never X. So we're on the Belly Up Twitter this morning. So thank you to those who are joining us. Again, leave us a comment. We'll get to that in just a second. We'll bring in our special guest in just a moment. He's a little nosy right now in the back room, but we're gonna get to that in just him. We're gonna introduce him in just a moment. But first, we just want to remind you to please follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for No Credentials Required. You can also find our other podcasts and written articles at bellyupsports.com. On the podcast side, subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, and now on Podbean. Hip, hip, hooray, Podbean. And hit that notification bell, whether you're on Twitter or on YouTube. That way you get notified when we go live, show announcements go up, just random stuff that we find funny goes up. Or if show clips go up too. I've been putting the No Credentials Required, the No Ticket Required series on our YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch those from this year, go right ahead and subscribe to our channel. And I've been more diligent in uploading shorts as well. So hit that notification bell. That way you know you're informed. Also on the podcast side, rate, review, and comment. As I mentioned, we are now, as all of our Belly Up Sports podcasts we are now on Podbean. So you can find us on Podbean now. You can also find us on wherever you listen, whatever your preferred podcast method is. But don't forget to hit us for a rating. Hit that rating button. Hit the 5 stars for the rating. Leave us a review wherever you can on Apple Podcasts, on Podchaser, on Good Pods. We're on Good Pods too, so check us out there. And also, if you're listening on Spotify, or you're watching the live show, or you're watching the replay on Belly Up Sports, leave us a comment. They always help get our program noticed. And since we are a live show every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and also on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and the occasional happy hour at Fridays at 8 o'clock Eastern, we want you to engage with us. Join us in the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or on the on YouTube. And Dustin, I know it's a special time of day. But it's early morning. We just had some rain pass through, but this always, it's not just the rain gets to me going. It's also this chime time. It's time that gets me going too.
Yes, it's right on the dot. It's chime time.
Yes, it is. All right, we're going to bring in our special guest this morning. He is one half of the Levac and Guys radio show. You can find on Fox Sports 980 Albany every weekday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. They're also in podcast form wherever you listen to podcasts. occasionally make an appearance on there once a month on Tuesdays when they're at Mohawk Chevrolet in Malta. But I'm going to bring him in. He's one of our favorite. He's one of our favorite. I guess you could say he's one of our favorite reoccurring guests on here. We've got Tom Goslowski, aka Gozzy Bear. Oh my goodness!
Is this landscape mode? Landscape mode? Is this not it? Is it too far away, Ryan?
It's extreme close up. Like it's not Wayne's World. It's not Wayne's World. Whoa!
No, it's landscape mode. I'm sorry.
There we go. No, you're good to go. You're good to go. Thanks for joining. I know you got a few minutes for us on Saturday. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you. I always appreciate coming back to the great people, the cred heads, as I like to call them.
Hey, the cred heads. It's catching on. It's catching on.
It is catching on.
Yeah, and I know Levac is feeling under the weather, so and hopefully he's feeling better. We can get him on. I mean, hopefully next week or the next couple of weeks before we go on our break for the summer. So, but I wanted to bring you on because we had a couple things to talk about before. I know you got only about 20 minutes or so, but I know you want to talk about. I want to talk to you about the Albany Firebirds because I mentioned this. We talked about them on the show this year, and we've been mentioning the great season that they had. Perfect season, capped off by an AF1 championship. Guys, you were pretty close to the team all season as their color commentator for the broadcast team. You and Boo Boo Santino, or as normies call him, Andrew Santillo. But we're gonna discuss him. We're gonna discuss the season a little bit more. Tell us about the season. What kind of season that you were able to experience as a broadcaster for the Albany Firebirds?
I hope this take from what I have about AF1 in 2025 isn't fatiguing people because of the newness of the league. It's always hard for people who don't follow a new league to understand, like, okay, what is it? How did it work? Mm-hmm. So I always use comparisons of past leagues because we just need like a baseline of what we're talking about. For Capital Region sports fans, they've gone through the Arena Football League, the National Arena League, the Arena Football League again, Arena Football 1. So there's been 4 different leagues or incarnations of leagues in the last 7 years. And I would say in comparison over the course of the last 7 years, this is the most professional, the best, the most national recognition. Yes, I understand the 2019 game was on ESPN Plus, and I know in 1999 you had the game on ABC. But when you talk about more recognizable names like Coach Jeff Fisher, who's won a Super Bowl as a player with the 86 Bears, was one play away in the Super Bowl of winning one with the Titans as a head coach, when he's recognizable, when you have Vice TV, when you have a historic undefeated season happen, when you're already talking about expansion in new markets and people going into that league, I'm not sure what Arena Football 1 would have wanted even more so to happen this season. Maybe all the teams to finish, but again, it's an expansion league and a lot of the other teams in the other leagues didn't finish. So I was very happy to be a part of it. It was cool to be the broadcaster. It was awesome to see the Firebirds in the championship. From a personal, professional media sense, I would call the championship game a career highlight, if not one of my favorite things that's happened in my career, because I was very aware that it's the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball. The local broadcaster doesn't get to do the stuff on the field for a championship. It's the national broadcast. So the fact that the local guys, me and Andrew, got to call a championship game on national television, got to be the on-field trophy presentator, the MC of the awards situation, like, that doesn't happen in sports. And they asked me to do it. I got to do it.
Wow.
And by ask, I did tell them I really want to do it. They said, fine, good enough. I want to pay somebody else. But no, that was
it always helps to seek forgiveness before asking for permission.
That's
right.
Yeah.
No, that's super cool. And I'm kind of we talked about the AF1 and their some of their struggles this year between Wilkes-Barre, Scranton kind of seeing like not showing up. Arizona couldn't secure an arena. The whole spiel with the Orlando Predators and how they got booted out of the league, and a couple other teams decided we're going to wait till 2026. From talking with Levac, El Presidente Levac of the Albany Firebirds, has he kind of tipped his hand in indicating if there's going to be a further expansion next year? I know you were at a media day for the Arena Bowl this year, the Arena Crown with Commissioner Jeff Fisher. He mentioned that it was going to be expansion. Has he kind of expounded on where? Has they said anything about the teams that kind of said we're going to back off this year, we're going to come back in 2026? Have they kind of said it? Has either Levac or Commissioner Fisher have said anything at all?
They've mentioned expansion. They have, but here's always the way I view expansion. I swear I'm not trying to dodge your question, but this is the way I always view expansion.
Understood.
In general.
Yeah.
Like that question is almost like asking your friend if they're going to date somebody soon. Hey, I know you're single right now.
Yeah.
Are you considering dating somebody? And if so, are you going to expand your boundaries? Are you looking for a younger girl, a divorcee? I don't know. Like maybe they, again, do they want to probably date somebody? Sure. Do they want to maybe make their future better? Yeah. Marriage could be like that. Sometimes it won't. That's always a better question for the person who's looking to expand that decision in their life. So has there been talk about it? Sure. Do I know where they want to go, what they're viewing? I did ask Levac, like, what's more enticing to a city? Is it arena availability, market size, or fan base? And he kind of didn't tip his hand. He did mention how important it is to have arena availability in that season. For instance, I'm just going to pick Cleveland off the top of my head. Like Cleveland, it used to be called the Gund Arena. I think it's called Quicken Loans Arena now. They've got
Loans, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a great history as the Cleveland Gladiators. But that arena will also be taken up by the Cavaliers if they play well. So it's like, is Cleveland the city? Like, I'm trying to think of another basketball, like Brooklyn, Mr. Brooklyn. Okay, Brooklyn has the Nets.
Ugh, Brooklyn, gross.
But the Barclays Center hosts concerts all the time. So it's like, are they? So as much as you want bigger cities, you also want to make sure you're not moving your games around. So I hope I didn't dodge your question, but it always feels like, hey, ask your friend if they're going to start dating people soon.
Well, I asked you because you're close to the source. You work daily with him. He's in the offices and he comes back and he comes in for the radio show with you. So I just figured I'd spitball. I'll ask the source himself. Maybe he won't tip his hand. Maybe he'll be like little sprinkles here and there. Maybe give a preview. But I figured jump at the chance. Ask the guy who sits next to him hypothetically every day in the radio booth. But no, this season, I got another question in regards to the Firebirds. And Dustin, if you got a question, feel free to chime in too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't want to hear Dustin's questions. He doesn't get one.
No one wants to hear me talk.
Look at the time. Ozzy Bear has to go. No, that's all right. It's all right. With the possibility of expansion or other teams joining the league, this team they've been so tightly knit together in this team. We brought in the quarterback, Sam Castronova. He seemed to be the biggest difference maker this year. You've also got Dwayne Brown, who had an excellent season. You've got guys who were from the old Empire teams coming back to the Firebirds. Harold Love is one of them. Markel Wade, another guy. Brandon Cisse, he's on staff with the defensive coordinator. Coach Damon Ware. I said in this program last Tuesday, after the Firebirds won the title, I said the guy I feel the happiest for the most is Coach Damon Ware because of everything that he went through in 2023 with a certain guy we'll call Voldemort. I feel the happiest for him. Like, did you sense after the win that Coach Ware was probably the happiest dude on the field?
Yes, I do. Like, it goes back to that award ceremony the night before that usually almost every award ceremony for postseason awards, or excuse me, not postseason awards, season-ending awards. I know that's a small correction, but it's impactful because the regular season ends, and usually you'd hear the MVP is the last award of the night. Mm-hmm. No, it was the Coach of the Year. Yeah. And Damon Ware got the loudest ovation from everybody, from Firebird fans to Nashville Cats people to people. Like, the league understood how important it was for a guy who grinded through it and got the opportunity to coach and be a part of it. So I think it's a combination of a guy who put the work in, has seen success, and also probably something we always forget as sports fans. Like, as a team does play better, the pressure does get hotter, right? Like, I know it's a cliche storyline, but it's like they knew they were the hunted. They knew they had the zero in the loss column. They knew that everybody was going to give them their best. They didn't want to do the old classic paralysis by analysis where, like, the better they played, the more pressure that got put on them. So it almost felt like a sense of relief of, okay, we got it. We did the undefeated season. We lived up to the expectations. He talked in the preseason how it's the best team he ever coached. And all that ended up proving to be true. Although a lot of people wondered some of these names 4 months ago. These weren't the same pop. You rattled off a few names there. Like, a lot of people didn't know about those guys 4 months ago. Besides Sam Castronova, like, they had to make their own legacy, which they were able to do this season.
Yeah. And go ahead, Dustin.
I feel like, and I feel like you mentioned earlier that one of the criteria people look at for expansion is fan base. And I feel like this area has proven in the past that it will support a winning team. And the Firebirds are that now. They made history. So do you get a sense of next season there's already more of a buzz around the Firebirds because people want to come back? People want to see if they can do it again. How and also as the season went on, how did the team did you have any insight into how the team dealt with that mounting pressure, knowing they were going to get everybody's best shot?
The interesting part about that is that, and this is something I didn't realize as someone who didn't grow up in the capital region, marketing and brand name really does matter to people. And I don't think that's unique to the capital region. I just know it did have a true impact of like, hey, I remember that team from the 1990s. Like, I remember the Firebirds. I want to share this memory with my son or daughter or niece or nephew. So when the team came back in 2024, I think a lot of people questioned, well, this isn't the first time the Firebirds have come back. What's it going to look like? And the tough part was that a lot of the headlines of the reincarnated Arena Football League were about messed up goalposts and teams falling down. I think because of outside noises, coaches like to say, that did skew a lot of people's opinions. And then, hey, the league was so bad, we're just going to make our own league now. There was a lot of trepidation from fans of coming back. But it feels like now that there actually was some solid ground of, okay, this is happening. This is a championship. This is an undefeated team. It took people a while. And I don't shame any of the fans for doing that. I completely understand. It's interesting to say, is 2026 more important than 2025? I probably would say yes. I know that's not exactly what you asked, but I think that is the right take, because it's like, okay, all those people who watched the championship or are invested, give them the payoff. Plus, you missed this last year. What more do you want out of these guys? Well, now's your time to be committed. And I know Ryan's heard this take for as long as I've known him. It's the most frustrating thing here in Albany and Capital Region sports fans. Like, well, I'm not going to invest in the team because they might leave. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, why? What
enjoy the ride now?
That attitude. Right?
Yes.
Like, nobody else takes that attitude that I've ever worked in or heard before. Like, well, I don't want to go support the team because it might leave. Huh? Like, okay.
Yeah, no, that frustrates me here also as somebody who grew up, and we have a lot of nostalgia for our teams. I mean, Shane Gillis was here a few weeks ago. He mentioned the River Rats, and the place went nuts, and because I remember we remember our teams. Everybody talks about those 93, 94 seasons when the Rats were unbelievable. And I was supporting them because a friend of mine had season tickets when they weren't so good anymore. But we have that nostalgia, but it's almost like people are traumatized. They think the team's going to leave again, and they hold it against the current incarnation of the team, which I think is completely wrong, because clearly this is an ownership group who cares. This is an ownership group who is trying to exorcise the demons of the previous regimes that haven't gone so well here in Albany, and they're putting the best product on the field clearly because the Firebirds didn't lose at all this season. So I share your frustration on that one.
And I think part of it could be from the last time we had an arena team that had a big owner. I will say this: the curse of Antonio El Allah was lifted 2 weeks ago on June 28th, 2025, when the Firebirds finished the perfect season and won the Arena Football Crown. So that's my indication. But yeah, I've been big on this drum for years, guys. We've talked about this for sure. I would love for more people to support their local sports teams, because we talk about the national teams. Great, they're only a few hours away for a drive, but you've got local sports here that deserve your support, that are also on a professional level. Sure, they're not getting the big bucks or getting the big exposure like the NFLs and your Major League Baseballs or NHLs or NBAs, but they deserve a shot, because to to earn your dollar.
Yeah.
For sure. I think just to that point, like, I get it. Everybody, it's a new world in 2025. We all have a budget on our entertainment dollars, and that's, again, not unique to Albany. But I think the fun part about this is the why, right? Like, why do I want to go to this team? Why do I want to support this? Why do I spend time? Well, the Firebirds give you a lot of reasons. They're a championship team who have tradition, who make the game fun. If you bring kids that go on the field, they give you a lot of whys. You know, not a lot of franchises in professional sports give you the reason why besides, oh, we're here. Okay, the Firebirds give people a lot of whys to come to the game for a different amount of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And whatever works to get people out. I mean, I'll say it all the time. I go to Valley Cats games, not always to watch the team play. I go because I know there's going to be fireworks at the end. You know, that gets me there.
I go because it's Brown's beer.
Oh, yeah, well, that too.
Brown's beer is top notch.
It is, yeah.
All right, guys, I know you're short on time, but we got to talk about one other thing before we go. I wouldn't say call you out, but we're gonna ask you a question. And this is the headline right here. Gaz does not like Clayton Kershaw. We talked about his 3,000 strikeout last week on this program with one of our contributors, but you have a special, I wouldn't say disdain for Clayton Kershaw, but like, give us your reasoning. You said
stinks, Ryan. Enough out of you. He's a bum. Who is this fool who came on last week? Think about what Clayton Kershaw's legacy is. In my lifetime as a sports fan, this was like the thing. The storyline is like, who can't get over the hump? Who can't win a championship? In my lifetime, I remember it was John Elway, and then it was Peyton Manning, and then it was LeBron, and then after LeBron, it was Kevin Durant, and then we're just like, you know what? Yeah, we don't want to do that anymore. What do you mean we don't do that anymore? The answer is Clayton Kershaw now. Oh, well, I don't know about Clayton Kershaw. We don't want to pick him. What do you mean we don't want to pick him? He's supposed to be the greatest pitcher in our generation. We're just not going to pick him? Well, he won his championship. No, he didn't. COVID. I'll put an asterisk on it right now. Well, he won it last year. Well, you know what? That argument doesn't help my point as much as winning last year. If you're really thinking like the all-time great choke artist in American professional team sports, Kershaw's on the list. Like, nobody is like him ever that I can ever remember, where he is an all-time great player in a team sport. It is horrendously bad in the postseason. Like, we want to like make A-Rod to be that. It's not A-Rod. Like, if you want to do Greg Norman, fine, but that's like a team sport. Like, there are guys who have choked away Jean Van de Velde. Remember him in the old
oh god,
right? He's got his shoes off.
It was the British
water.
Open, yeah.
Right. Like, there's all-time great chokes in the history of sports, but those are like individuals. Mm-hmm. Rarely in team sports if you see somebody be this awful in the postseason. So I think he gets a pass because he's a West Coast athlete, because if that guy pitched on the East Coast, that would be how he's defined. Mm-hmm. Like Yankees and Mets and Knicks, like they define people by how they perform in the postseason. But we just give this dude a pass because he's from Texas and I don't know, he's from California and Dodger fans are too high to I don't know. I don't know why you give him a pass. I don't get it.
Okay. Understood. Before we go, got a couple comments in the comment sections. James saying the Somerset Patriots were a big local draw even before they became a Yankees affiliate. Yeah, they're the AA affiliate for the Yankees, and I guess Spencer Jones, who is the left-handed, who some have said the left-handed Aaron Judge, he's hitting the ball real well right now in Somerset.
Shout out to the Somerset Patriots. The former manager Dan Fiorito was one of the first players I covered for the Syracuse Saltcats. He's married to his wife, and I have been friends since we were little kids. She's a Salve graduate. So shout out to Biz Fiorito now and Danny Fiorito.
And he also says Kershaw's defining moment is giving up a homer to a relief pitcher then?
That's right. He's a bum. Bum.
A bum with back problems and 3,000 strikeouts.
That's true. One of only 4 left-handers.
Look, I'm 1-8 this season betting against Kershaw in the regular season, which was those are dumb bets by me. I have to think back. Those are bad bets. I will admit that. Those are bad bets.
Bad beats always get always get all of us, guys. Sorry, Dustin, you had something. You were going to say something before I went to the comments section. My apologies.
Oh, no, I can't remember what it was now.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you for coming on. I know it's a short time with you, but we still appreciate you coming on. And your talent fee is currently in your Venmo. So
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But tell the people where they can find you, where they can find the show.
You can find me on Twitter at whoisryanmcc.
Hey now.
Oh, wait, what happened? Is that not it? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was you. At Tom Goz. This has been I've been screwing up all show. At Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ, and then Levac Goz, Apple, Spotify, 4 to 7, 95.9 and 980 Fox Sports Radio.
There you go. Guys, thanks for joining us, buddy. We appreciate your time, man. We'll let you get back to what you're doing. But thank you for your time, man.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you to all the cred heads out there.
All right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Whoop, sorry. You said
Turn
something.
this off. What is this? Am I in landscape mode still?
Oh, my God.
I'll work this thing.
Bye, guys.
I'm leaving.
Oh, guys. Always a good time. Always a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, so Dustin, we had some breaking news go while Gaz was what we had Gaz on. So we're gonna go to a commercial break. We got some breaking news from the NFL. They're gonna be dancing during that break. So the breaking news is Ndamukong Suh has announced his retirement from the NFL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He sent a statement on his Twitter account and on his on all his social media. So I'm going to read what he said, what he wrote on social media. And this is what he said. And I quote, July 12th, 2024 was the hardest day of my life. It's the day I said goodbye to my father, the man who raised me, shaped me, challenged me, and believed in me before I believed in myself. He wasn't just a dad. He was my idol, my coach, and my anchor. He taught me what it meant to be disciplined, focused, and relentless in everything I do. Every snap I took carried his fingerprint. Every time I lined up across from someone, I could hear his voice pushing me, reminding me that I wasn't just representing myself. I was representing him, my family, my name. Before he passed, give me one final piece of advice. It's time to let football go. You've done everything you've set out to do. Now it's time for the next chapter. That conversation stayed with me. So today, 1 year later, I'm honoring that wish. I'm officially retiring from the NFL. I have so many memories to cherish. 13 seasons, 5-time All-Pro, a Super Bowl ring, countless battles in the trenches. I left it all on the field, and now I'm stepping away with peace and gratitude because I've been preparing for this moment for years. Football was my passion, but it was never my end game. My next season is about impact, purpose, and legacy, about helping others build wealth, lead with intention, and create lasting freedom. I've lived, I've learned, I've built, I've failed, I've succeeded. Now I want to share what I've learned, especially with athletes, entrepreneurs, and young people navigating life and money. That is why I created the No Free Lunch podcast. It's about real conversations, real strategy, and real education. Because freedom doesn't come from fame. It comes from knowledge and how you move. Now I'm using my platform to serve something bigger. If you ever followed my journey, thank you. If you've ever cheered, supported, critiqued, or pushed me, you're part of the reason why I kept going. If you're wondering what's next, tune in, follow along. I'm just getting started. Ndamukong Suh, no free lunch show. Rest in power, Dad. Your mission lives on through me. So, congratulations.
Yes.
Ndamukong Suh, very lengthy and solid career in the NFL. I've been following him since University of Nebraska days, and he was a solid player then. And he was a solid player throughout his career, and he won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in 2020, vanquishing the Kansas City Chiefs, who I think they were favored in that game.
They were, if memory serves, yeah.
But as a Detroit, he played with the Detroit Lions, the Buccaneers, the Dolphins. I'm trying to remember what other team. Let me just look it up while I do the real-time research here. Let's see.
I remember when he was coming out. Now, as you know, famously on this show, it's become a thing. I do not follow college football, but his name was a name that even I knew coming out of Nebraska because people speculated about how dominant he could potentially be in the NFL, and talking about how he had the ability in college, especially to change a game, to wreck a game, that whole thing. And he came out in the NFL, and he did very well. I mean, obviously, like you said, he carved out a solid career. A couple times, I think his emotions got the best of him on the field, but other than that, very good player, and you can't argue with his reason for hanging it up. Not one bit.
Exactly. He spent the first 5 years of his career with the Lions, then went to the Miami Dolphins for 3 seasons, played with the Rams in 2018, played with the Buccaneers from 2019 and 2021, played with Philadelphia in 2022, and I haven't seen him on an NFL field since, but he says I'm going to hang him up.
Mm-hmm.
James saying one-time Eagles still fuming that we lost that Super Bowl. That was the one to the Chiefs back in Phoenix that season. But yeah, he finishes his career with 71 and a half sacks, 392 tackles, 5 forced fumbles, 30, and let's see his playoffs. I'm trying to find his playoff stats, but that's his regular season stats. But I think will he be Hall of Famer? I don't know, but but look at the credentials: 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All Pro, Super Bowl champ, Rookie of the Year in 2010. All on the Hall of Fame, all 2010s team. So you have to, if he's going to be a Hall of Famer, then yeah, absolutely, I would give him a nod for sure for the career he had. So that was our breaking news. But we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Home Run Derby. All the players are finalized. We got to do another edition of hot food takes and our favorite athletes to wear the number 51. So stand by and stay tuned for more. No credentials required. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air roasted, 100% money back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order. All right, the cup of coffee, it's in Dustin's cup, is Invader Coffee. Not mine today because I'm pet sitting, so I had to kind of in a rush get. I forgot to make my cold brew last night, so shame.
You've been on the cold brew train, man.
It's the summer, man. It's this hot weather, as my tagline says, it's hot as effing balls out there.
Yeah.
So it's humid too. So I don't enjoy hot cups of coffee during the summertime, but I always enjoy myself some cold brew, and I make my cold brew. I've been experimenting with cold brew with the Black Heart espresso blend from Invader Coffee. But yes, as the handsomely voiced man says in the voiceover for the commercial, Invader Coffee, veteran owned, 100% air roasted. All that acidity is taken out. It's not rotten when you get the beans. That's part of the reason for the acidity is because it doesn't taste great because it's been sitting out. But these are fresh air roasted beans. You get them whole bean. You can get them ground. I prefer the whole bean because I can ground them myself. And like I said, the Black Heart makes an excellent cold brew. But you can also drink it hot as well. You can also buy their cold brew. You can get them in individual cans, or you can get a 12-pack of 12-pack of their cold brew. But they've got other flavors as well. And I'll let Dustin talk to the people at home about which flavors he loves and which one he's appreciative of.
Well, I have to say my all-time favorite, and this is a tough one. This is a tough one because there's lots to love about Invader Coffee. My all-time favorite is Donut Dealer, though. Can't recommend that one enough. That's my fave. That's my number one. But I have to tell you, Ryan, in my cup this morning is the original blend, the Invader blend, the blend that started it all. And it's like when I picked up my Fender Stratocaster years ago after not playing that guitar as much, and I kind of fell back in love with it. It's the guitar I've had since 11th grade. It's my longest tenured guitar currently, and drinking the Invader again feels like that. I have fallen back in love with this blend. I really enjoy the Invader blend, but they have so many seasonals. That's what I love. You know, sometimes as you get older, it's the small pleasures in life. I love the pumpkin pecan, especially when fall comes around. I love that one. The holiday blends, Bad Santa is unbelievable. Santa. I love Bad Santa, and I love Cookie Crumble. the one with the abominable snowman on the bag. Love that. The flavor is not overpowering with any of the Invader blends, but it's there, and they do it right. So I do not feel the need to add creamer or sugar or any of the other things that people need to add to their coffee to blend to mask those tastes that Ryan was talking about earlier. You don't get that with Invader, and most importantly, you use the promo code. They do priority shipping, so you pay a little bit more, but it gets to you fast and it gets to you in a timely manner, and they are always very responsive. If something does happen, they usually warn you first, but if not, you can reach right out to their customer service. They get right back to you. Great company, and it's always a pleasure, and I've got to re-up some bags after the show, so I'll be using the affiliate link and the promo code BELLYUP at checkout. Save some money, try some great coffee. You won't regret it.
No, you won't. No, you won't. And again, as my co-host said, use the link in the description. That's our affiliate link, so helps out our show a little bit, and you save 15% with promo code BELLYUP at checkout. And as always, and again, they're a veteran-owned, veteran-operated establishment. So if you love your country and you love to support veteran-owned businesses, this is one to support. You got a great cup of coffee, and you got a great business model. And they also have a program where you can buy a bag of coffee for a military member who is currently deployed. They go through the Move America Forward Foundation. So I've done it before too, and they're very appreciative of the fact that we support our troops who are currently serving us abroad. And as always, Invader Coffee, you get the no credentials required seal of approval. There's Puppers. He's just waking up. He needs a cup of coffee.
Yes, he does. He does. He's like me in the morning.
Yeah. Comment section we go. Dan Cruz from the Time to BS podcast and Seahawk Sessions says, "Do you hear that? Why, it sounds like I have returned. I don't know. I didn't know you farted." He also says, "Does Meatwad make an appearance?"
Oh, he may. Ryan and I talked about it before the show, and I got to talk to you, Dan, about something. So Meatwad, I mean, he might be around. You know, I hear something rustling around out there.
All right. So we talked about this earlier in the week on our Tuesday show. We're going to talk about the Saturday show because the Home Run Derby, all participants have been finalized. So here are your participants for this year's Home Run Derby. You have, representing the Braves from the hometown Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr., who, by the way, if Mr. Cruz is watching, we mentioned this on Tuesday's show. That rumor of Acuna going to the Mariners was complete bullcrap, FYI. I won't call out the website that said that rumor, but it rhymes with clutch points. Anyway, Ronald Acuna Jr., he's representing the Braves. He will be the hometown boy representing the ATL, followed by the big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
He homered again last night.
Had a grand slam in last night's game against the Detroit Tigers. I know Julie from Michigan is probably listening right now and is seething. But actually, did you see the highlight of who caught that ball and threw it back onto the field?
No, I did not see the highlight.
It was Ryan Kessler, formerly of the Anaheim Ducks, who was originally from Livonia, Michigan. He was at the game last night. He caught that home run ball and he threw it back onto the field holding a Corona. I think it was a Corona or Coors Light.
Oh, he's tapping the Rockies out there.
He's going. Yeah, he's those Rocky Mountains. And and Dan Cruz says, "Oh no, I'm scared." Well, you should be.
Yeah.
Right. So big dumper Cal Raleigh, followed by James Wood. Ooh, piece of candy from the Nationals.
We always have to do that. It's a rule between. It's a rule between you and I. It's unspoken. We just know.
Byron Buxton from the Twins, O'Neill Cruz of the Pirates, and then earlier this week, actually was announced on Tuesday, Junior Caminero from the Tampa Bay Rays will be joining. Then later in the week, we had two more participants, which rounds out the 8. Brent Rooker from the Athletics and Jazz Chisholm Jr. from the Yankees will participate in the Home Run Derby. So
I was surprised to get Jazz in there. Apparently he was vocal that he wanted to be in the Derby and he got in. So, hey, shouts out. And I would like to take a moment, special shout out to Byron Buxton and the season that Byron is having. I think people forget how talented Byron Buxton is because I mean, let's call it what it is. He's often injured, okay? Just like Anthony Davis, he's oft injured. I wasn't saying he was injured at the time, to that person that tried to call me out for my Mavericks take. But
then what happened?
Yeah. But I will say, it's nice to see him having the season that he's having, and I find myself rooting for him. And he did get a hand contusion, and I was afraid he was going to miss the Derby, but he's back playing for the Twins. So shouts to Byron. I hope he hits some long bombs Monday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night, I think. It's not the names that you're used to seeing. Obviously, Pete Alonso, we talked about him on Tuesday. He said he was the two-time winner, back-to-back winner of the Home Run Derby in 2022 and 2023. I forgot who won last year. Let's do the history here. Home Run Derby.
Yeah,
Derby
I can't remember. I can't remember. It's funny, but sometimes these hitters that you don't expect, they can come out of nowhere and go far into the Derby. You look at some of the guys and you're going, well, I don't think he's a traditional home run hitter.
Okay, so Pete Alonso, and I'm sorry, I correct myself. Pete Alonso, 2019 and 2021. Juan Soto won in 2022 as a member of the Nationals. Yep. Vlad Guerrero Jr. won in 23, and last year Teoscar Hernandez won the Home Run Derby.
Was he playing for the Jays at the time?
He was playing for the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers. Oh, that's right. The Dodgers trade. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Well, they signed everybody.
Anyway. Yeah.
So looking at this list, Dustin, I mean, obviously the favorite is Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh leads the majors in home runs. He's an obvious favorite. You could look at Ronald Acuna Jr. He came back from his knee injury from last year, made his appearance a little bit late with the Braves. James Wood, piece of candy. One of the young players in the Major League Baseball. Same with Brent Rooker. I believe this is his second full season in Major League Baseball. Byron Buxton we know about. O'Neal Cruz we all know about. Yeah. Jazz Chisholm, his first time as a member of the Home Run Derby. So look at this list, Dustin. I know I mentioned on Monday night we're gonna be at your house watching the Home Run Derby, see what's going on there. Out of this list, who you got for the Home Run Derby?
Well, I think I kind of telegraphed my hand a little bit, so I'm going to go with two. But there's two, like you said, any of the names on there, somebody can catch fire and surprise. And I mean, Cal Raleigh, the season he's having, I think he's going to eclipse the home run total record for a catcher. He's at 38, I believe. I mean, unbelievable season. I wish I drafted him. But I will say Byron Buxton is my pick. I think Byron Buxton has the talent, has the all-round. If he's healthy, I think he could do it. My dark horse candidate is O'Neal Cruz. You think to yourself, O'Neal Cruz, he's not like a known home run hitter, but he hits the ball harder than almost anybody in Major League Baseball. So if he gets it airborne, he could really catch fire. Jazz Chisholm, to me, is a complete wild card. I do not know what to expect at all from Jazz, but if I'm going to lay some cheddar down, which I'm trying to entice the group chat to do a bracket here. I don't know if anybody really responded. So Ryan, why don't we make it interesting?
Okay.
We've already done the race for the wooden spoon, and
it's pretty much over.
Invader Coffee's on the line for that. So I'm going to allow you to pick, sir, out of our remaining sponsors. If you or I correctly pick the winner of the Home Run Derby, what do we want to have on the line? Do we want something from Fanatics, something from new sponsor Royal Retros, or do we want to go, okay, all right.
Well, something from Royal Retros, a T-shirt, a hoodie, one of those. They also have custom-made helmets, too. You can make your own helmets, so it's cool. So it's pretty good. So if one of us gets it right, something from Royal Retros, our newest affiliate sponsor, 15%, 10% off your order with promo code CREDHEAD.
All right. Yeah, and let's make it the rule is that you or I have to get the winner correctly. It's not that, okay, my guy got a higher total than your guy. We
Nope,
have
has
to
be
get the winner.
Has to be
If
the-
our pick does not win, either of our picks do not win, nothing happens. But let's
Okay.
make it a little interesting here.
Yeah, let's make it official. So who's your guy for home run derby?
Byron Buxton. He's my
Okay.
guy.
All right.
He's my guy.
I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with a wild card here. I'm gonna go with James Wood.
Oh, yeah, he's got power.
It was between him and O'Neal Cruz. So I like O'Neal Cruz because his mom named him after Paul O'Neal.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean,
Which is pretty awesome.
Any shout out that Paul O'Neal can get. I mean, love Paul O'Neal. I think we both talked about him on the 21st episode of the year.
We did. And his beer is actually really good too.
We both had that.
If I find that, I'll have to bring it over.
All right, yeah,
I'm down. I don't know if you've tried the Warrior 21 IPA.
I have. I tried it recently, and I sent you a picture, and you said I've had it. It's delicious.
Yep, that's right. You did. Kevin Wilson, who usually joins us on Saturday, we postponed him for a week to bring on guys. He asked, "Does the big dumper switch hit in the Derby?" Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I call me ignorant, but I didn't realize he was a switch hitter. I didn't realize that. And Kevin, I don't know if you were tuning in when I mentioned it, but I threw it out there. So get at me in the comments. Do you think that Cal Raleigh is going to set the record for the total home runs by a catcher? I think he does. He's at 38 right now.
He had 2 home runs last night.
Oh yeah, 2.
He was over in terms of home runs in the series with the Yankees, I think.
I got an impromptu question for you then, Ryan. Do you, if you're Cal Raleigh and you're having the season that you're having, are you at all worried about? Because the example that I'm going to use was a player, Abreu, that played for I think the Phillies at the time. He was hot as all get out in the first half of that season. He entered the home run derby. He won the home run derby, but he changed his swing in the derby, and it messed with him for the rest of the season. I believe it was Bobby Abreu. Do you think something could happen with Cal Raleigh?
From the Phillies? I'm not too worried. And I'm sorry, I correct myself here. He did hit one home run in a series with the Yankees. So he went 0 for 8 the next 2 games. Of that sweep of the Mariners, which, by the way, I shared a stat in a Discord channel from Sarah Langs at MLB, who said the Yankees were the first team to win a game where they had no hits and trailed by 5+ runs through 7 innings since the Pirates on June 24th, 1977. Those are the only 2 such wins, at least in the expansion era, which is 1961, from Elias Sports. I'm sorry, she just tweeted it, but she shared it from Elias Sports. So yeah, and I shared. I put up a tweet in our No Credentials Required Twitter of Homelander doing like the awkward laugh after he realized, I didn't do anything bad, where it says Aaron Boone, after the Yankees got the win in 10 innings after trailing by 5 and being no hit for the first 7.
But did you see my response in the Discord?
Yeah.
I said, if I'm Brian Wu, I'm pissed because the bullpen completely blew up his.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it was a meltdown. It was a meltdown for sure. James saying Paul O'Neal remains my favorite player of all time.
That's a great pick, James. Yeah. I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, it's
love Paulio.
Love Paul O'Neal. And Brian Wu, 7 1/3, 2 hits given up, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and then his bullpen imploded after that.
Oh man. Yeah, and also the Yankees hurt us, Ryan. Well, because I said, they can't hit anybody right now. They've been hitting the last few games.
Cody Bellinger had 3 home runs last night and got robbed of a 4th. 11-0 over the Cubbies, which I'm sure a certain snowman watching is very happy that the Yankees beat the Cubbies last night because he hates the Cubs.
Yeah, and shout out to our buddy Dave Pregent for his fantasy baseball team name. Yanking My Bellinger is his fantasy baseball team name in our league here. So
that's funny. That's funny. All right, we're gonna move on to a topic. We'll move on to a segment we haven't done in a couple weeks. And that is food takes. That bouncy burger.
It
You know what goes
defies.
good? Yes, it defies gravity.
It
But you
defies
know what goes,
everything.
yes, but you know what goes good with a burger? Some sort of potato, whether it be potato chips, French fries, waffle fries, tater tots. My grandfather used to have my grandmother make mashed potatoes with his burger.
Okay, like you know what? I
He
can
didn't like
kind of
French
get.
fries.
I can get behind that though.
Oh, and by the Kevin answered your question. He says Cal will blow away the record of 48 this year. Yeah, he's
10 away.
he's 10 away right now.
Yeah.
And it's not even the All-Star break. So, we can see him hit multiple home runs this next couple of games. But hot food takes potato style rankings. We really haven't delved into the potato side yet. And my my side of the family, my one side of the family being Irish, of course, we're gonna love our potatoes. It all goes all the way back to whatever that that we're big on the potatoes. Oh God, Dustin's gonna die. But we've been having on back and forth. We haven't really come up with a big topic, a new topic for potatoes for the potatoes. We gotta go back in the records and find out and what we've done with our hot food takes. So we don't repeat ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But Dustin said we haven't done like potato styles yet. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's good
I don't
to
know.
refresh ourselves, just because if we did this already, maybe we have new
takes,
new styles. Maybe we have new takes, new styles to put in. But I'm going to start off with you, Dustin. Potatoes, French. Which let's do a top three. And
all right.
These are all subjective. These are all our style because just because it's our program. You got your own rankings. We have ours. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
No ranking system is going to be perfect except for ours. So Dustin, I'm going to have you start with your 3 favorite potato style.
All right. So this one, number 1 with a bullet, and it's funny. Kevin's in the comments. He knows what we discussed on Seahawks sessions last night for 30 minutes before we got to any Seahawks talk. Number 1 is French fries for me. And I didn't even know that yesterday was National French Fry Day, but I'm not surprised that Kevin knew. As we've shouted him out many times, he was the genesis behind this very segment. French fries are number 1. I will get French fries at any opportunity. As I get older, I continue to appreciate French fries more and more. There's different tier to French fries for me. You got to twice fry them. For sure. But they are number 1. Number 2 for me is mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. I think when I was a kid, if you had asked me my favorite food, if I was trapped on a desert island and only could eat one type of food, I probably would have picked mashed potatoes at that time. That's how much I love them. You put a few chives in them, butter, delicious. I love mashed potatoes. You can make them. You can serve them with anything. Your grandpa was not wrong when he said, "Give me mashed potatoes with my burger." It's a great thing. You ever hear of shepherd's pie? Fantastic. Yeah, you could mashed potatoes. If it's an option with steak, I always have it. It's one of my favorite Thanksgiving things. Can't say enough great things about mashed potatoes. Number 3. This is where it gets a little tough, and I might get a little controversial. I was gonna pick the baked potato and put it at number 3 because I like a good baked potato. However, this is where I'm kind of skirting lines. I like potato pasta, man. I like it. The name is escaping me right now. I can't even believe, but there is a name for it. But we're live, and my brain is failing me. But potato pasta, if you haven't had it, try it. It's great.
Is it gnocchi?
It is, yes, gnocchi. Jeez,
Yep.
I can't believe I couldn't come up. I was trying to feverishly Google while talking. Gnocchi I didn't try gnocchi until late in life. And you know what? I really like it. And I'm probably going to try making some from scratch once the weather gets a little colder and things. But gnocchi, it works, man. Try it out if you haven't. That's my number 3. Ryan, with that, I cede the reins to you.
All right. So mine's gonna diverge a little bit off yours. So number 3, and it's tough because man, I love me some potatoes. Love me some potatoes. Because I'm gonna leave a lot off the list, but these are my top.
You have to. You have to. There's no way around it.
At number 3, tater tots.
Oh, okay. Tater tots, yeah.
Tater tots, gotta love me some tater tots. It's the perfect amount of potato for popping for for a side dish or just as a snack. Just there was some ketchup, there was some barbecue sauce. Don't dip them in mayo. That's just weird.
No garlic aioli for you, Ryan?
Not a garlic aioli guy. Sorry.
Okay. All
I hate
right.
mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise with a white hot burning passion. It makes everything just taste gross. It tastes slimy to me. I don't know. It's a texture thing.
I'll respect that. I'll respect that. You are a knowledgeable person when it comes to the art of food.
Thank you. Yeah, never trust a skinny chef. FYI. Number 2 is going to be a surprise for a lot of people, especially my family, because they know I don't like a whole lot of cheesy dishes. Potatoes au gratin.
Oh, yeah, that's a great pick.
Especially if they have a crispy tip on top. Oh, so good. So good. And it's like I said, it's going to surprise a lot of people in my family because they know I'm not a big cheese fan. I don't put cheese in my burger. I don't put cheese in any of my sandwiches, except for, I do like me some chicken parm. I love pizza.
All right. Yeah.
But I typically leave off cheese. I've been called a communist because I leave my cheese off my hamburger. So, but I'm not a communist. I assure you that. And at number 1, again, another surprise. At number 1, hash browns.
Hash browns. That's a solid pick.
Browns, and I don't care what the variety it is. If it's just like home fries version with the little potatoes. With some onion and some black pepper and some salt and some paprika. The Ugly Rooster in Mechanicville and Malta have some of the best home fries ever.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the hash brown patty with the potato patty, like the potato pancake. And potato pancakes are very close to being my top 3. But
I got to try that. The potato. What are they called? Potato latkes or something? Yeah. I got to try that.
And also the shredded hash browns too. But any variety of hash browns / home fries, that does the trick for me. I love me some home fries, some home fries / hash browns. Kevin checking in saying potato chips are number 1, especially barbecue. I respect that.
Yeah. Potato chips, big omission from my list.
Kettle cooked potato chips are especially good. By the way, potato chips invented in Saratoga, New York.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we have Saratoga chips.
That's right. James says, I like putting potato latke underneath the burger if I'm cooking for myself. A little dense, but they work for me. He also says hash brown casserole is tremendous. Cracker Barrel. Their hash brown casserole is stupendous.
Oh, man. I haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in years.
Neither have I. And
the last time I went to a Cracker Barrel, it was probably 19 in front of the years. You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh. Oh man, but yeah, those are our favorite potato dishes. If you got yours, leave them in the comments. Again, doesn't matter. It's all delicious because potatoes are awesome. They're an awesome vegetable. That's been our edition of Hot Food Takes.
Bouncy burger.
Get some fries. Get some chips. Get some home fries. Get some tater tots. Get some potato wedges, home potato wedges with the russet potatoes. You get the nice big wedges, the steak fries. Those are good.
I don't mind those, but as we discussed on Seahawks sessions last night, I do not consider them French fries. They are in their own category for me. KFC and Red Robin, I called them both out. I said, don't masquerade those as fries. Call them wedges. We're good.
Yeah. And also, I shut up myself. I make a mean potato leek hash.
I was going to mention that, sir. I was going to mention that. Yeah. The inclusion of the leeks, that's what really elevates that one for me.
Yeah. I make a separate one for my mom. She doesn't like leeks, but she likes shallots. So
okay. All right. I respect the shallot.
For her with shallots. Yeah. All right. We're going to wrap things up with our favorite athletes to wear the number 51, because this is episode 51 of the new year of the of our podcasting season. We are associating our favorite athletes with the number of the episode. And I'm going to lead off with this one. I had a couple of in mind. I had a couple of baseball players in mind because typically it's baseball that you find your number 51s. Yeah, I was torn between three, and there is no wrong answer between the three, FYI, especially if you're a Yankee fan, but I'm going to defer to Dustin for that one. But my number 51, my favorite number 51 is Randy Johnson, the big unit. Big unit, originally drafted by the Montreal Expos. They gave up on him too soon, so they traded him. Actually, he was originally drafted by the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, drafted by the Braves in the 1982 amateur draft, and then drafted by the Expos in the second round in the 1985 amateur draft, because they have weird draft rules in Major League Baseball that you don't have to declare for. You don't have to go to you don't have to sign with the team. You can enter yourself in the draft. That's what what's his face Kumar Rocker did a couple of years ago when he did his rehab stint in Troy with the Tri-City Valley Cats. He originally was drafted by the New York Mets. He said no, and then did a rehab stint and got drafted in I think it was the number 2 or 3 pick in the draft in 2022, if I remember correctly. So, but yeah, Randy Johnson, originally drafted by the Braves, then drafted by the Expos in 1985, started his career with the Expos in 1988, had some as one of the tallest pitchers in baseball at 6'10".
Yeah.
And you didn't really see him develop into the pitcher he was until he joined the Seattle Mariners. And it wasn't until the 1995 season when he was unlocked and ready to roll. He was finished 18-2 with a 2.48 ERA. He actually had 308 strikeouts with the Seattle Mariners in 1993. So he was leading the majors in strikeouts from 1992 onward, but he also led the league in walks from 1990 to 1992. But you didn't really see him become unlocked until his time in Seattle. He had that Cy Young Award winning year in 1995, finished 18-2, 2.48 average, 2.48 ERA, 294 strikeouts. And then you just see him rise in his career. Got traded to Houston in 1998 to help the Astros finish their run, get their run to the playoffs. So then things took a turn for him. Signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks in 1999, and he and Curt Schilling became the two most feared pitchers, back-to-back pitchers in baseball, where you have two aces on your team.
Yeah.
He finished with, and then he won 4 consecutive Cy Young Awards from 1999 to 2002, finishing in 1990. This is his strikeouts from 1999 to 2002: 364, 347, 372, 334. In his career, he finished his career in 2009, had 2 years with the Yankees. Not particularly strong years, but 17-8, 17-11, still respectable in 2005 and 2006. But he finished his career as a member of the San Francisco Giants in 2009. And this is his career stats: 303 wins, 166 losses, 3.29 ERA, 4,875 strikeouts.
Man.
The big unit.
Yeah.
Arguably, and also off a pigeon in spring training.
He did, yes. And he was also a lefty, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he?
He was a left-handed pitcher, yes.
Yeah. So, man, Randy Johnson, what a career. I would have been terrified if I had to try to have an at-bat against Randy Johnson. Very intimidating on the mound. Partially because of his height, but he was one of those pitchers, Ryan, and I feel like he's the last of he's not the last, but he's one of like a dying breed of pitchers. Remember when they used to actively try to intimidate people, cut an intimidating presence on the mound. He was like snarling. He was snarling when he threw pitches at you. And I feel like I can't think of a pitcher in today's game that does that as much, like that intimidating presence.
Yeah. So 5-time Cy Young Award winner, 10-time All-Star, was a World Series MVP in 2001. That one hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Triple crown winner as in terms of pitching, wins, strikeouts, ERA. Won the ERA title as the lowest ERA as a starting pitcher 4 times. And just an all-around and currently his post-retirement career is as a professional photographer.
Yeah.
You may have seen him. You may
Yep.
have seen him and Ken Griffey Jr. at different events like the Super Bowl, taking pictures in the sideline, taking pictures of the field and the field of play. So pretty cool post-retirement career. But yeah, one of the greatest pitchers of our era, probably I'd say arguably of all time, just based on the amount of strikeouts he has.
We were lauding Clayton Kershaw for getting to 3,000. Randy Johnson has 1,000 plus more than that.
Yeah,
and also
and one of 4, and he's one of the 4 pitchers, left-handed pitchers with over 3,000 Ks in his career.
Yeah, and let's not forget the narrative on Randy Johnson when he went to the Diamondbacks. If I'm going back in time, there was already questions of whether he was getting old and he was kind of on the tail end of his career. And we saw him.
He was 35 when he signed with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and we saw him have arguably one of the best stretches of his entire career with Arizona, arguably the best. So
yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right, I've lauded my praise for my number 51, Dustin. Who is your favorite athlete to wear number 51?
Well, 51 was a tough one for me because I had multiple directions that I could have gone. And you have to remember with who I'm going to pick right here, it is our favorite player that we watched growing up that wears the number. That is the key distinction because based on pure stats, I would argue that I should have gone with either Randy Johnson or Ichiro. The Mariners, I read, are retiring the number 51 because of the contributions of both of those players. But get the homer alert button. You knew I was probably going to go this route. And you know who I'm picking.
There it is. Homer alert.
I am picking number 51, center field, which I've done it again. If you ever want insight into my picks, look at my my headline if you're watching the show, and you will find a hint in there. This one wasn't very subtle, but Bernie Williams is my pick. Bernie Williams was in contention for my favorite Yankee of all time. Now, Donnie Baseball, he holds that crown. He always will. I love Don Mattingly. But with the Yankees, it's the reason people love to hate the Yankees. We've been blessed with a lot of players that have been great wearing the uniform. And I'm going to argue that Bernie Williams is one of them. People do not give Bernie Williams the credit that I think he deserves. People like to, when Bernie was playing center field for the Yankees, they were saying his arm's not good enough to make the throws. He can't make the throws, but he had range in center field. Yes, his arm was not as strong as some of the center fielders of the day, like Andrew Jones or people like that. But Bernie Williams was still an accurate thrower in center field. He is offensively is where Bernie Williams really shined, despite the fact that people like to make claims against his arms. He still had the range. He could cover a lot of space in center field because to play center field, you have to cover a lot of space. He was a 5-time All-Star selection. He was the ALCS MVP in 1996, and he was on Yankee teams where there were a lot of players that elevated their play in the postseason. I lauded Andy Pettitte for this a couple shows ago. Bernie was also one of those players that as the stakes got higher, he seemed to rise to the occasion. His career batting average, Ryan, 297. Bernie's plate discipline, people forget about how good he was at the plate. You're hitting almost 300 for your career. You're doing something right. He also had 2,336 hits, 287 home runs. So not as many home runs as some of the era. But you have to remember, he was doing this in the steroid era. And he wasn't known for his power, but clearly he could hit the long ball. He had 1,257 RBIs. And I just always loved the way that Bernie carried himself. And he was a fixture. He was a fixture for the Yankees in center field. And there were always trade rumors because, again, people were saying we need a center fielder with a better arm. Bernie Williams got the job done at a high level for many years. I think because of his career batting average and a few other things, you could make the case that he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I love Bernie Williams. My bias is coming through. He played from 1991 to 2006, all with the Yankees. I loved every second of it, and I love watching Bernie play guitar a little bit. Every once in a while, see him play guitar. He played the anthem, did a great job. Bernie Williams is my pick. Call me a homer all you want. I love Bernie Williams. I struggled with this one, but I said, hey, I got to go where my heart leads me. Bernie Williams, he takes the crown for my favorite number 51, despite the fact that there were 3 options that I was really struggling with. But Bernie is it for me. And I'm kind of surprised you didn't go with Jonathan Vilma, Ryan. But when I saw some of the other players on the list, I said, he's probably going to go Johnson or Ichiro because we both talked about how much we love those players. There was a possibility you're going for Bernie. But like you said, us Yankee fans, we're the ones that stand by Bernie. But Bernie Williams, career batting average, 296. You can't argue with that.
No, you can't. And
297.
also,
I shorted him a point.
That's okay. That's Bernie Williams, fact about him, he played I think 2 seasons with the Albany Colony Yankees back in the day before he was called up to the major leagues in 1991. So he played two solid years in Albany at the old Heritage Park. And he's also one of my top 10 pro athletes to come through the Capital Region. I featured that on a podcast back in the day, so a couple of years ago. So you want to catch that in the archives. To figure out what episode that was, let me just double check.
Doing a search of the archives.
We're searching in the archive.
You've been doing this a long time, Ryan. I mean, even my run on the show is getting up there now. So, man, and I love it. I hope we have many more. But I know people are going to come for me in the comments. But if you say the stuff about Bernie Williams' arm, we've all heard it before, and he did fine. Okay,
he won 4 Gold Gloves.
Yeah,
shut up.
Yes.
He was also batting champion in 1998 during that magical season where they finished with the best record and won the World Series in a sweep. James says Randy Johnson's the only pro pitcher worth using in Backyard Baseball 2003.
Oh man, love the video game reference.
He also says my 51 is Eagle center Cam Jurgens. Hard to replace a future Hall of Famer, but he's managed it. And he also said Ron Artest also wore it in his 6 months or so with the New York Knicks. And I tried to look it up, but he's listed in Basketball Reference as Meta World Peace.
Yes, he did legally change his name to that.
Hold on, there's more. Formerly known as Ronald William Artest, changed to Meta World Peace in 2011, then to The Panda's Friend, circa 2014, and now he's known as Meta Sanford Artest.
All right. I was about to shout him out. Everybody, okay. I'm going to say something quick. Everybody remembers him for what happened at the Palace, the Malice at the Palace 2004 at the Palace of Auburn Hills. But Ron Artest, people forget he's one of the greatest defensive players of all, ever. And people forget that. Ron Artest was a lockdown defender. He was a shutdown defender. And if we're going to laud Dennis Rodman and compliment his play on the court while kind of disregarding the off-court things, we should do the same for Ron Artest. And, people make mistakes, but shouts out to him for him and his defensive prowess. I think his off-the-court stuff hurt him a bit.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, we're going to wrap things up here for this edition of No Credentials Required Saturday Brunch, but we want to thank you for joining us. in the comments section. Oh, and James says Artest has had more name changes in Hard Rock Stadium. I still call it Joe Robbie. I don't know about you, but but we're gonna get out of here. Join us on Tuesday for our latest edition of No Ticket Required. We're going to be reviewing The Rookie with Disney's The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, based on a true story. Some parts are obviously made up because it's Disney. Because Disney
they Disney-fy it.
But that's okay. We're gonna review it anyway. It's one of our last 3 movies. Wow, coming down
I know
3 movies.
This is crazy. It seems like we just started yesterday.
Flying by. So join us on Tuesday. We'll be reviewing The Rookie, but in the meantime, and probably recapping the All-Star, not the All-Star game, but the Home Run Derby.
Yeah,
hopefully one of us will get the merchandise from Royal Retros, 10% off with promo code CREDHEAD.
Watch Jazz Chisholm win it, and then both of us, to quote Gene Wilder, we get nothing.
Get nothing. Good day, sir. In the meantime, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Just search for No Credentials Required. Also, you can listen to our other podcasts and our written articles at bellyupsports.com. On the podcast side, subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, and also now on Podbean. And don't forget to hit that notification bell on Twitter and on YouTube. That way you are properly notified when show announcements go up, when new shows go live, and when show clips go on our channel. That's going to do it for the Saturday Brunch edition of No Credentials Required. We want to thank Gaz from Levesque and Gaz for showing up for a few minutes to talk Albany Firebirds and give his explanation for hating Clayton Kershaw. We know it's all in good. We know it's all in good fun.
Yeah,
mostly. But we want to thank him for being part of the show, and we want to thank you for jumping in the comments and listening. Thank you for tuning into No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We are proudly presented by Belly Up Sports. For Dustin Henry, I'm Ryan McCarthy. Once again, we'll be back on Tuesday night, 6:30 Eastern. We'll review The Rookie, and we'll also talk a little bit more sports and reveal our favorite athletes to number 52. I've already declared mine. I got dibs on mine. So,
okay. I hope you didn't pick. I don't hope you didn't pick who I think you're going to pick. But if you did, I'm in trouble.
That's what we'll find out in the green room after the show. But in the meantime, thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be back on Tuesday night, and we hope to see you then, or listen later. But in the meantime, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Just like Michelle Branch, circa 2001, we're everywhere. Subscribe if you haven't. Good morning, everybody.